It's your boy Kale, and today we are going to be reacting to scary stories. As you can probably tell from here, we are going to be reacting to Stephen D. Now, let's see which one we're going. Ooh! A creepy panhandler at my college has a crush on me and thought we were dating. Interesting. Yeah, let's just get on.
Free use license was a panhandler near Tessa's. You guys produce, so make sure to click the link in my description to download Filmora 10 today.
Okay, let's listen to this.
Wendell was a panhandler near Tessa's college, always singing opera music. Even though it was clear he was begging for money, she always thought it was admirable, so she gave him $1 each time.
Yo, hold up. How is singing opera music admirable? Just saying. I'm just saying.
She would occasionally strike up conversations with Wendell, and he would blurt out that he almost went to college on a baseball scholarship, but his terrible life choices ruined everything.
So by terrible life choices, I'm gonna assume he means drugs and alcohol. And also, I'm never gonna strike up conversation with a homeless dude, let alone give them money. Just saying. For all I know, they could be murderers or freaking drug addicts or something.
Oh, sorry to hear that. I play volleyball, not for a scholarship though, she said.
Okay.
See you around, okay? Once, Wendell called her over as she was walking with her advisor. She didn't want to be rude, so she gave him a quick hello and introduced them to each other. Immediately after, the advisor pulled Tessa aside, asking how the panhandler knew her name. She explained their little friendship, but he said you shouldn't forge friendships with the homeless population in the city, or even give them money because they tended to have criminal or addictive histories.
See, bro, what did I tell you? What did I tell you?
But the very next time she talked to Wendell, he was really irritable and distant. So your boyfriend, you two live together or what? Tessa had no idea what he was talking about. The guy I met from yesterday you were walking with. Tessa explained he wasn't her boyfriend, just her academic advisor. All of a sudden, Wendell wasn't irritable anymore. He was as chatty as he'd ever been.
Jealous.
It was around then that Wendell started bringing her gifts every day whenever she passed by. Tessa decided to take it. But her roommate did remark that it was weird. Come on, it's just a flower, it's alright, she said. Her advisor once again brought it up to her, and he was worried she was being manipulated. So she took their advice and decided to distance herself a little. But very shortly after, classes were all online. About 3 weeks into being back home,
I wonder why classes are online. I wonder why.
Wendell singing opera music in the background. Aw, I forgot all about him. Hope he's doing alright, she thought. But then she noticed the background wasn't near campus, but closer to her hometown. A girl from her college messaged Tessa and said, "This is going to sound really weird, but I feel like
Stephen D. You're probably not watching this, but I'm just gonna say it right now. So when the message thing comes up, you pull up a Zoom thing, but right here it's on freaking Facebook. What's that about?
I should say something. I was downtown and a beggar asked me about you, like specifically you. He knew you were on club volleyball and your major. I didn't tell him anything, but I thought you should know." Tessa was pretty alarmed at first, but once they talked, she learned her friend was wearing a sweatshirt from their college.
Oh,
so he probably asked around as they both lived in the same town trying to...
Is he stalking the girl that he... the black girl right there.
Find out how she was doing. Tessa thanked her, but told her not to worry about it. Besides, she wasn't in town much longer anyways. She had decided to go live near campus again. But that's until Tessa saw Wendell back on the same corner just a week after returning to campus. Okay. Even she knew at that time that something was wrong. Tessa stopped giving him money, stopped talking to him, and barely left her apartment. She felt bad about potentially hurting his feelings, but figured he'd get the message. After finals, Tessa decided to visit her brother in a different state. His roommate had moved home, leaving an extra bed, so she drove up to his place to get away from it all. About the 9th day in, she was woken up way earlier than usual to the sound of her brother talking at the door. So she got up to see what was going on. Her brother was talking nicely to someone outside, but when he turned around, he looked really upset at Tessa. He turned back and said, hold on here. Tessa's brother immediately
after a utensil
got in her face saying, Mom and Dad are going to be so mad at you. She had no idea what he was talking about. Was there cops outside? You're dating a 40-year-old guy? And you invited him to my house while we're supposed...
Excuse me? Yeah, I think we can all see where this is going. Wendell it only took him 9 days to find her. Don't know how. But, yeah. Stalker!
To be staying indoors? You two can go to a hotel or something because he isn't coming in here. Wait, what? I don't know why you're getting so mad at me, Tessa responded. I don't have a boyfriend. I don't know what you're talking about. Someone's got the wrong house. No, he didn't just vaguely say he was here for his girlfriend. He used your name. He said you guys had a fight and he was here to work things out. Feeling even more confused, Tessa finally did the obvious thing and looked through the peephole. She almost didn't recognize him at first because...
Okay, this must be scary. I used to call the peephole the pee-pee hole.
He had showered, shaved, and changed into clean clothes, but it was the panhandler. Tessa was so scared.
This dude 9 days to find her.
Followed me here.
When she went there in a car, and he probably doesn't have a car of his own, so maybe he's not really homeless. I don't know, man.
Her brother still didn't get it. He thought she was actually dating this guy. He went to the door and told him, Hey, I just checked. She's not here anymore. She must have packed out this morning. You should do the same. Wendell just stared at him and said, You're lying. I heard her in there. Tell her I'm sorry. I don't know why she's been avoiding me, but I got cleaned up for her and I'll take her anywhere she wants to go. Tell her that. Tell her, and don't lie. I'll know if you lie. Tessa was watching from the corner, and it sounded like he was walking away. But instead, he was going over to the window.
Excuse
and then
me?
she saw him staring.
Okay,
his
that's
eyes
creepy.
were bugged out of his head, and he looked like he was just disconnected from reality. He started banging on the windows, shouting, That's my girlfriend. You can't keep her in there. Let her out. Let her out.
Oh my... Bro, why? This voice is so monotone, but the way he's saying, Let her out. Let her out. Bro.
Just disconnected from reality.
The
He started banging on the windows, shouting, That's my girlfriend. You can't keep her in there.
Cover your ears.
Let her out. Let her out. I'm coming, baby. Tessa was in shock. She was too scared to run or even move.
Hilarious.
Before her brother could charge out the door, Wendell punched
Okay,
the window, and his hand was covered with the glass, and there was an eerie moment of silence when nobody moved. Damn it, call 911, he said, while he leaned against the door,
I'm
which
like,
Wendell
call
was now
911, bro.
repeatedly running into. Tessa called them on the phone, and within 10 minutes, the police arrived and arrested Wendell without resistance. He kept trying to tell them his girlfriend was trapped in the house and he'd come all this way to save her. Tessa's brother was even momentarily handcuffed and had to explain to them that he hadn't taken his sister hostage. As they carted Wendell away for arrest, he started singing opera music. Tessa learned a lot of important common sense and...
Okay, so there are two morals to the story. First off, don't make friends with homeless people. Second off, never listen to opera music. You're welcome. See, should we listen to one more?
And I finally asked if she wanted to go out for dinner. She replied and said yeah, so I picked her up and we got to the restaurant. Things were going well. It was our first time meeting in person. We started talking about our favorite shows, which led to the topic on movies. Nothing suspicious about this girl. At that moment, we decided to go to a theater.
What was with that pause? Nothing suspicious about this girl. At that moment. It's like me saying, yeah, you seem cool.
After to watch Captain America Winter Soldier. She said there was a cinema nearby, but I wasn't familiar with the area, so I used the GPS on my phone and she helped me navigate. Once we got there, we started walking inside and I realized, oh, I don't have my phone in my pocket. I must have left it in the car. So I started to walk back to get it. However, my date kept insisting I just leave it in the car because we were going to miss the beginning of the film. I mean, it's true I didn't need to have my phone with me, especially since we're going to watch a movie. But for some reason, I was feeling very paranoid about it, and I just got this new phone about a week or so. We went back and checked the car for about 10 minutes, but I couldn't find it. I asked her to check her jacket and her bag, but she said it wasn't there.
Sus!
A couple parked next to us, so I asked them to ring my number because I couldn't find it. And would you believe, it started to ring, but it was obviously coming from my date's handbag.
The date was the imposter the whole time.
She took my phone out and said, oh, I must have missed it. I thanked the couple and locked my...
No. Imagine you hear the thing coming from her handbag and she just takes off running.
Car, and as I turned back around, she was walking the other way, so I ran up to catch up and asked what was going on, but she was being very dismissive and was barely talking to me. That's when I realized this wasn't an accident. This woman was trying to steal my phone. If this had gone according to her plan, she could have just pulled the, oh, I need to go to the restroom excuse and left during the movie. There's a big chance that she's done this with other people in the past and will continue to do so in the future and just waiting for her next victim. So,
don't say it like that. Don't say it like she's a freaking murderer.
Well, that was the last time I saw that woman, and I just drove home without her. See you later, thief.
Hey,
have some of your own interesting
leave that
stories,
one that good under, right?
Email and like this video of you.
Oh man, yeah, that's good. 2 stories, yeah, it's good enough. What's down? It's your boy Kale, and good night.